ready.
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. It's your boy Terabyt Reacts here, back with another reaction to the Expanse. Things are heating up. We finally are going to have the meeting I've been waiting for since Christian took interest in James, went to see his mom. I want to see what this conversation is going to be like. You know how much your boy likes dialogue. It's sexy. Anyways, let's jump into the reaction, man. If you guys want to see more episodes of The Expanse, you want to watch ahead, have early access, you know where to go. Go check out the Patreon. Let's jump into the reaction. I will see you guys right after for the review. It's like, what the hell are you doing out here? It's like she's home.
Who defaced the Martian flag on the bulkhead?
I updated it.
You think that's funny?
Maybe not now.
Hey, whoa. Let's start everything off on the right foot, shall we? You got everything you need off your ship?
I need to charge my armor.
Not until you tell us what's going on.
I did a rotation on the Donager. The ship is detaching and it's more mine than yours.
You're locked out of our systems.
You think I need my armor to take the ship? For you?
Hold on. Whoa, okay? Let's just remember, you called us, okay? I think saving your lives earned us an explanation.
I can't tell you, it's classified.
Oh, come on, we crippled a UNN gunship to
I
save
didn't
your
call you, I
hide.
called the MCRN.
Can you just settle down now, darling, please?
Call me darling again and you'll be saying that drawl in sign language. How is she?
Stable. She's got some neural damage, nothing meds can't fix.
This one's not telling us why they're out here.
That's not our concern.
Of course it is.
We just dodged a massive bullet. Goddamn miracle. Getting out of this thing like nothing happened.
Something did happen.
It's over and done. We're going to IO.
That's right.
Io.
My daughter's there.
Madame Avasarala has information that could help stop this war. You can't just drag her to Io in the midst of it.
And leave.
We target practice in that thing. It's defenseless. The comms are locked out.
We'll
There's no way
fix your
we're gonna...
comms.
After that, we don't owe you anything.
You can't just turn your back and pretend this war isn't happening.
If they don't use the ship, then you should take it and go. Go to Tycho. Do what you have to do.
James is like, yo, I'm just existing right now. Like, bro, I'm just gonna ride the thing out. It's like, I'm gonna do the right thing, but it's like, I'm not on no heroic journey right now. That's crazy.
We have confirmed ID on the contact. It is a Martian stealth steam ballistic missile platform.
Our watchtower satellites are the only things that can penetrate their stealth tech, but it's far from perfect. The first time that we've been able to locate two of their platforms at once. It's a hell of a break and a golden opportunity.
Now, the Martians are always moving these platforms, and they're using sensor blinding. But as a group, they're always positioned to optimize strike times to Earth.
We can predict where the rest of them most likely will be.
How many platforms are out there?
Intel says 5. If we can find the other 3, then we can use a planetary railguns to simultaneously destroy them all before launch.
It would have to be perfect. If it's not, Mars would retaliate immediately. With justification, millions of lives would be at risk.
But, sir, our operatives in the MCRN command are convinced that they're on the verge of launching anyways.
Why would they?
Because they're losing the war, and they know it.
Mars isn't stupid or crazy. They could be deliberately leaking, pushing us to the peace table. If this doesn't work, millions will die.
People are dying right now, our people. We began this war, we had a 5-to-1 advantage in ships. Now it's down to 3-to-1. Every minute this war goes on costs us more lives. If we do this, we save lives, because it will end the war.
Find the other platforms. I'll give you my decision
then. Oh, damn.
Somebody hurt us. You're saved. It's the UNN Agatha King.
The flagship of the Jupiter fleet.
How many survivors?
Unknown. They must have lost comms. We pinged their distress beacon, but the registry data on the answer back was minimal. No manifest, no crew list, nothing. Any skiff in the fleet could have handled this. Why send us?
A lot I don't understand about this war, but even in low G, shit still rolls downhill.
This just remind you of Vesta?
This is nothing like Vesta. Electrical still not fixed?
Incoming tight beam, sir, from Admiral Wynn.
Maybe that's another glitch?
Admiral Souther, any survivors on the dropship ought to be considered prisoners and taken to the brig immediately. No one is to speak to them until I get there. That's an order. Transmitting rendezvous coordinates.
If they were gonna blow us up, then they'd have done it already. So that's a good sign, right? So we just have to get our story straight. We could say that we're the only ones survived. We could say that I wasn't trying to help them. Or you. Or whatever you want me to say. What do you want me to say?
Theo! Relax. It's gonna be okay. Take a deep breath and close your eyes.
Relax.
You gotta get him. Yeah. How are you planning to save yourself in this situation?
It's good the children get to play together.
Oh, absolutely. It keeps their cortisol levels low, which enhances protomolecule uptake.
Guess who?
Stop it! Katawa!
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
Hold on a second. I wonder if this is...
I feel strong.
Really?
All right, time for bed.
Why are they featuring Katoa so much? Is Katoa... the pilot's... I can never remember. Alex. Yeah.
Katoa, come on. Down, please. Katoa, calm down.
Have the others been infected?
I don't have a large supply, so I like to go one at a time. Don't worry, there's no risk of contagion. Not at this stage.
Super soldiers, man.
Thanks for speaking up earlier about still going to Io.
We said we were gonna take you there.
Why do you believe May's still alive?
Everyone who ever cared about me on Earth thinks I'm dead, but here I am.
Baltimore, that's where you're from, right?
Charm City.
It's where you learned to do this?
This and everything else I had to.
You mean those specific people skills you have?
Getting by was getting even.
It's a dark way to look at the world.
None of the people that I dealt with were innocent. Dying is the only way of getting out of Baltimore.
So how'd you get out?
I died.
I died.
Alex, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Comms restored. I kept override control in case our guests try anything cute.
Hey, Naomi, you know what might be a good idea is to slave that ship to the Rossi. Rather have that thing following rather than hooked up in case more shit goes down, if you know what I mean.
I'm on it.
What is she looking at? She's just looking at Taiko?
We missed a lot. Maybe waking up wasn't the best thing.
I didn't think you were going to.
Thank you for not letting me die.
Proud to be of service, ma'am.
You wanted to see me, ma'am?
James Holden. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Chaos has a way of finding you.
We're all victims of circumstance.
That might be a good title for your memoirs.
How are you feeling?
I fucking hate space.
Well, it does take some getting used to. You already curse like a sailor.
My virtues, amongst many other things. But at least I can get to thank you in person for everything you did during the Eros incident.
No. Miller and Julie were the heroes.
From the looks of Venus, Eros isn't finished with us yet.
Maybe now would be a good time for you to tell me why you're here. I mean, and your own government trying to kill you.
I was trying to bring Jules Permao in from the cold. There are factions within the UN who are using the protomolecule as an excuse to wage this war. I need you to take me to a safe port.
We're going to Io.
Possibly, I heard. That's very noble. We may have a way to end this conflict.
Have you been watching the news? Diplomacy's over.
Need to send a tight beam to Admiral Souther.
Any tight beam would give away our position, and we already took that risk rescuing you. We're not doing it again.
Whatever happened to the man who risked certain death to stop Eris?
He stopped fighting battles he knew he couldn't win.
We need to contain the protomolecule. Make sure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. You think that's funny?
Not at all. It's just that I've heard it before.
From who?
Everyone.
I met your mother. Ellis, when everyone else said you were a terrorist, I went to find out for myself. She thought I was full of shit too at first. She told me when you were a boy, you wanted to be a knight.
That's because I was a boy.
It's no accident you're in the midst of all this chaos.
I'm nobody's savior.
Man, they done knocked the hero right out of this man. This man don't want to rescue nobody. He's like, listen, man, I'm out of fight. I just want to chillax now.
ID was confirmed. Kotiar Ghazi, former SIG-INT, currently assigned to Deputy Undersecretary Avasarala Security Detail.
He's her spy.
Admiral on deck! At ease. Permission to come aboard.
Of course, sir. Welcome aboard the Agatha King.
Are the prisoners secured?
There was only one survivor, sir. We have him in the med bay. He was shot.
I know this is an unusual visit, but secrecy was critical. The Secretary General has issued an executive order to apprehend Christian Avasarala on suspicion of treason.
What?
She was conspiring with Joe Mao. Keep this need to know.
May I accompany you, sir?
Of course. Outside.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Ghazi, I'm Admiral Southern. This is Fleet Admiral Wynn.
Well, you Navy boys sure know how to roll out the red carpet. I figured a rock harbor would be my ride home.
Well, your friend wasn't as lucky.
Theo didn't get strapped in time.
He was a good man.
Shame. Seems like the type would have been very cooperative. Now we only get your story. Where's Avasarala?
She's dead. Jules Pierre Mao's goons executed her.
So she gets killed, but you still managed to escape. I find that hard to believe.
We barely got to the drop ship.
There's another ship docked to the Guanxi. A racing pinnace.
The Martian took it. Those Marines are badass. But, of course, you know that better than anyone.
I think your boss is still alive.
Well, maybe you should have called to ask her before you people blew up the Guanxi.
Are you implying that UNN forces destroyed a civilian yacht?
I'm not implying shit.
Pathetic. You're gonna be charged with treason, too. Cooperate, and you might avoid a death sentence.
Talk to Aaron Wright. He's the traitor. He can tell you everything you want to know.
Let's try. You're gonna need your strength.
Well, jeez, man. I'm trying to take it all in. I'm not saying much.
Parts about Venus and people facing the unknown are fairly solid.
Throughout our history, we've broadened our knowledge of creation, deepened our understanding of ourselves, discovered profound connections between each other and the planets we share. Nice cadence at the end.
It would be more convincing if we weren't at war.
What if instead the focus was on defying fear?
Defying fear.
Yes. And we are witnessing the greatest event in human history. We should feel something other than fear. Of it. Of each other. Of the difficult choices that we sometimes have to make.
You mean the choices you have to make?
Yes. The necessity of hard choices, of sacrifice.
Sacrifice literally means to make sacred. Do you think that's what's going on here?
Yes. Sacred losses.
You're carrying a burden. Not going to lighten it for you. Maybe this war was inevitable. Maybe there was no way to avoid it. You want it to be holy, and it's not. The best you can hope for is that it's justified.
And if Mars makes it a choice between us or them?
Us and them. How many of us? How many of them? You stomach and still tell yourself you're doing God's work. 100? A million? A billion?
Damn.
We both know it's more than 37.
I'm going to consider that a rhetorical question.
There is an answer.
So you know precisely how many lives a leader must sacrifice and still be a good man?
As few as possible. Damn. The writers are killing it this episode, man. This dialogue is impressive. Are you someone's dad?
No one you would know.
There you are. I told you to stop running off.
Do you work for Dr. Strickland?
No, we work together. I got this. Hey, up you go. Oh.
Did you see how Cattell jumped really high? Dr. Strickland says one day I might be able to jump like that. I want to show my dad when I see him. What's your name? Mine's May.
Jules Pierre.
Nice to meet you, Jules Pierre.
Nice to meet you. Hey.
This poor girl don't even know what they're doing.
Hey, Haas, I want to run a system.
We thought you were dead for so long, and I'm glad that you're not. Really, I am. But you waited too long. Milos has learned to live without a father, and a real husband wouldn't have done that to his wife. I'm glad that you have something more important than us, because we don't need you anymore.
Damn. Well, that was short and devastating. Jeez.
The location of MCRN platform number 5 has been confirmed.
What do the simulations say?
Complete success, knocking out all 5 before they can launch, 82%.
And if they do manage a launch, what will the casualties be then?
Estimated would
That's
reach...
very unlikely, and our planetary defenses are in perfect position. We have the advantage of total surprise, but our rail guns are targeted, warmed up, and ready. All we need is for you to give the order to fire.
I have a sacred obligation to the people of this planet. 82% is not good enough. Stand down.
Damn. Ooh, Anna gave him that work last scene.
On a ship, you have to wear the boots.
Do they think I'm just going to float away?
Don't look at me. This is not my ship.
Lean your foot back to engage it.
Lean back with my weight on my heel?
Now you just walk around like you're in pumps.
How do you know what it's like to walk in pumps?
I didn't always work in space.
This isn't so hard. Not bad, right?
I'll inform Mars to ready the white flag.
Look, Naomi, I realize that things ain't how they used to be around here. And when you're on the Razorback, I saw you were checking out Taco.
And?
Well, you're wrong. I do. I get why you want to leave. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still mad as hell that you gave that proto shit to Fred Johnson, but I can't help but respect your commitment to the belt.
Fake ass lasagna.
I wanted to personally thank you for helping us, but more importantly, to cut out all the bullshit. I'll go first. UN Deputy Secretary Ehrenreich commissioned Jules Pierre Mao to manufacture proto-molecule hybrid soldiers. The proof is in this. It would be nice if you could decrypt and authenticate it. I believe Ehrenreich intends to use the hybrids to lay waste to Mars. We need your help to stop him.
Are you still not gonna do nothing?
Show cargo bay surveillance of hybrid incursion. We encountered one on Ganymede. It got onto our ship, almost killed us all.
You guys fought one of those things and won?
Burned it up in our drive plume.
We believe they're producing the hybrids on Io. Pediatrician is using children with a rare immune deficiency to create them. My daughter's one of the kids.
I hope you find her. What do you intend to do if you find other things?
We shoot the scientist and nuke the rest. Speaking for myself.
Based on your track record, I think you'd be inclined to give the whole lot to the belt.
Fred Johnson already has a sample.
How could you be so fucking stupid to give it to the OPA?
Don't tell me
He didn't. I did.
I'd say cry me a river if I thought you could appreciate what one was. If good belters ever stood up and defied the OPA, instead of letting them speak for all of you, perhaps you'd deserve respect.
We're not the ones doing the killing now. The belt has the right to it as well.
In that case, we should nuke Kyle. I told you we want the same things. Maybe now you'll believe me.
Yeah, what an episode. Shit is going too hard right now. Like I'm sitting here, I can't even.
Good.
Every scene is just
God
so.
knows how to reach the best in people. This speech could well define my term in office.
Well, that's a shame.
Excuse me?
I understand why you canceled the strike, but with all due respect, that was the moment to write your legacy, not some speech.
You're being short-sighted. Leaders aren't just remembered for the wars they win.
No, they're remembered for how they moved civilizations forward. This isn't about defeating Mars. It's about what's happening on Venus. Eros proved that no one on this planet's safe anymore, and we need to end this because we don't know who or what our next enemy. If the thought of casualty scares you now, imagine another Eros, one that we can't even stop. If you end this war, you'll be remembered as the man who united humanity in the face of first contact. And that's a legacy you don't need anyone else to write.
Yep, that's who he has a problem with. Yeah, that thing is not meant to be in the body, man.
So I understand we're still having electrical problems on decks 2, 3, and 11.
11, no, sir. And 2 and 3 are fixed.
How long do you think the systems will be down on 11?
Everything should be back up and running in about 20 minutes.
That'll be perfect. Lieutenant?
I'm glad that they're of one mind. They're like, I understand, Admiral. Let me give you some time down there.
We have new orders, Lieutenant. Lay in a course for IO.
What's an IO, sir?
That's classified. Where is Admiral Souther?
I believe he's in his quarters, sir.
Which decks are experiencing electrical issues?
2, 3, and 11, sir.
Jeez, man, you got like 2 minutes.
I rarely agreed with your boss or her methods. She's a ruthless son of a bitch. She'd die before betraying Earth, so talk fast. What really happened on that ship?
Avasarala made a secret deal to bring Jules Pierre Mao in. He was going to testify that he and Ehrenreich had been colluding to develop the protomolecule into a weapon and would turn over all data to the UN instead of the Martian. Ehrenreich turned the tables on all of us.
That means Wynn's been working with him. Avasarala isn't dead, is she?
She got off the yacht with the Martian Marine. I don't know what happened after that.
Can Can you prove any of this?
No.
Ehrenreich sent a message admitting everything, and Avasarala has it. She said you're an honorable man. This war was built on a lie. Are you gonna do something about it?
Straight up. Ooh, he got out.
Find that guard. I want to talk to you.
Could you kill the lights again, please?
Tried to get the rest you said I need.
You get nothing.
I've decided to take you up on your offer, Admiral.
Sir.
I'm relieving you of command. The Agatha King is now mine. Don't make me relieve you of duty as well.
Of course, sir. Deck is yours.
I've been like, and you can suck my dick too, bitch.
All targets locked for simultaneous impact.
On your command, sir. Fire.
Damn. Damn, bro.
What's happening?
I'm just checking, sir.
Said,
What the fuck is going on?
We have a launch malfunction on 5.
They need to shoot, goddammit.
Yes, sir.
5 is away.
they were too late. They fired too late. Okay. They got one.
Target 1 is scratched. Scratch 3.
One of them is gonna get away. They got all 5?
Congratulations, sir. Well done. Thank you.
We have a confirmed launch from target 5.
Oh
They got one
shit.
off before we hit.
Freaking laser gun jammed. Hey yo. It's like, where on earth is this gonna hit? Millions of people, man. Bruh. Jeez, man.
Status.
Impact in South America, tip of Amazonia. Total population in the blast zone approximately 2 million.
What happened with the railguns?
It was a power cycling malfunction. From charging up and standing down earlier, sir. Watchtowers have detected no other launches. SATCOM believes we have eliminated the MCR's first strike capability.
At the cost of damn near 2 million lives. Imagine that.
The subject has been placed in isolation, the rest sedated. They're asleep in their quarters. I'm sorry you had to see that.
Stop. Stop what you're doing to the children.
Sir, these experiments have led to the only real success we've had in controlling the protomolecule.
Wanted that to be true. I was grasping at straws.
We are on the verge of so much more.
We're torturing children. We're creating killing machines. And we're still light years away from even beginning to comprehend that.
We have to be strong. And great men are strong. That's how they accomplish great things.
It's not up for debate. The experiment is over. Shut it down.
Damn. I know he's not standing for that because, you know, you're those overzealous scientists.
Who's responsible for that?
Me.
I'm not unsympathetic to the plight of Belters. I know the OPA doesn't speak for you all.
Save your breath. We're not going to be friends.
That doesn't mean we have to be enemies.
There's an old Belter joke. How can you tell when an inner's lying? When their mouth...
When their mouth is moving. And it's not much of a joke.
Really?
You might be able to fool the others, but I know what you're doing.
What I'm doing is trying to stop this war from getting worse.
You're going because Earth doesn't have a sample, and you need one to stay in the game. The only reason I'm still on this ship is to make sure you don't get it.
Oh, I keep telling yourself that.
We're not going to be friends.
Quite frankly, Naomi's kind of getting on my nerves, honestly. Because she just talk big. Look at that, man. 1 million, 1.7 million.
You know what makes this worse?
What could be worse?
Didn't need to happen. We had a military option earlier today that would have prevented it, but there were risks, costs, which the Secretary General was unwilling to take. If only he hadn't wavered.
Trying to put the blame on her. Come on, man.
It's good that you're here, though. He's going to need you now more than ever.
Yeah, because of his indecision, they had to, because they charged it up, they were ready for the order, and because he hesitated, Ah, man. This is going to be a real interesting, it's going to be a real interesting to see. It's real interesting to see how they maneuver through this. Man, that episode was probably one of my favorite episodes so far of the series. It's going to be interesting to see how they maneuver through this to the end of this season. It's going to be real interesting because all of this is taking place in the first 3 episodes of the series, so of season 3. So it's going to be interesting to see how they navigate. But this is one of my favorite episodes, hands down, of the series so far. And it's mainly because of the person who wrote the dialogue. Man, deserves a round of applause. For real. They deserve a round of applause, man. They did an excellent job of writing the scenes, because they know. That's why I was like, last episode, I was like, hey, it's going to be interesting to see the interaction between James and Chris Jen, because just that meetup, I think is one of the most anticipated things I've been waiting on since I started watching this series, and knowing just knowing these two characters, because Chris Jen, like, she's one of my favorite characters. Of course, James, Bobbie, you know what I'm saying? And I was going far to say that Amos has stepped up as well. You know what I'm saying? It being one of my favorite characters in the show, right? Overall, this episode was one of probably the best written episode of the series so far. Like, everything that took place, it's in contention with some other ones that I like as well, but I think this one just took it to a whole nother level, mainly because of the anticipation of these two juggernauts, the two biggest stars, like the two main characters of the show, if you will, right? In the same room together, having a conversation. The way how Chris Jen just took over that room when she was in there explaining to them what was happening and stuff like that. I don't want to sit here and say that you know what I'm saying? Like, Naomi is a character just like, she's just there, just doing stuff. And it's just like, she's becoming very annoying to me. I don't know why. She's just becoming very annoying. Because it's like, instead of her just being humble by the fact that because you have this love for the Belchers, you get what I'm saying? That's where she's from, whatever the situation is. I totally understand that. But do you have to be that way about it though? And then, going behind everybody's back and giving for Johnson the proto-molecule and stuff like that. And then still, after all of that, having this bravado about yourself still. You know what I'm saying? She's humble with the crewmates, but all of a sudden now you're trying to judge Kristen. Now, don't get me wrong. Kristen has her faults. But the one thing about Chris Jen that I like, if she knows her faults, she knows the thing that she do is what, you know what I'm saying, is, not everybody's going to like her. She understands that. And she could give two shits. You get what I'm saying? Like, she don't care. She's not two-faced about it. She's like, this is my decision. This is what it is. I'm this type of person. I've come to accept that about myself. So whatever decisions I make, we deal with it. And we move forward. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I love her character so much. And she's grown on me so much to be one of my favorite characters in the show. And of course, I like her relationship because it's like Earth and Mars, how they should be. That's what they're representing. Chris Jen and Bobbie's relationship. I like the fact that Bobbie respects her, calls her ma'am. Ma'am. How does she say ma'am? I love her accent. But at the end of the day, this was great. This was a great episode, man. The dialogue was unbelievable. The repercussions of the actions of, the secretary there on Earth, making that decision, the laser gun jammed and didn't destroy the thing enough. Mars got one off. 2 million. Jeez, man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. It's just like, what your speech gonna be now? And that's because of his indecision the first time around. Why the gun jammed? Because it caused a system malfunction because they charged it up, it was ready to fire, and then they had to, what do you call it? Charge down. I don't know what's the correct term to say there. Like they charge it back down, or they, let go of the energy. I don't know. Help a brother out. Anyways, that was a great episode, man. And he's definitely is like, what now? They don't have, Mars not gonna have their first strike, just in case. Yeah, I'm saying, and they're not gonna have their first strike now. So what now? It's crippled there. I'm guessing that this cripples them like deeply, like their defense, their attack. So Mars is losing. Mars is losing. They're not really even concentrating on. We just getting updates about what's going on. They're not really telling us what's, if Mars has any game plan of how to combat. They're just trying to, what I'm saying? We're just hoping that we get this recording so that we, Earth and Mars can stop fighting and we could get back down to business to fight the real problem here, which is the proto-molecule, because this can get out of hand real quickly and they're over here shooting at each other. Like, it's insane to me how they don't realize how important it is for them to, because they both know about it. It's not like it's a secret anymore. They know that the proto-molecule is out there. They know that this alien life form is out there, and they're here worried about oh yeah, let's war. It's crazy to me. But in any case, this has been absolutely just great to me. It's just a great series. I can't say anything better. I can't, all the accolades that you guys, told me about why you like The Expanse. I see it. It's great in terms of writing. It's great that the acting is absolutely so good for a show that's on Amazon. Okay, that's crazy. This is an Amazon original, bro. Amazon has been kind of like hit or miss, just like Netflix as well. But at the end of the day, it's real surprising to know that they got such a good staff, and not staff, but cast, I should say. And that was pretty cool. So anyways, guys, I will see you guys next time. Leave a like, leave a comment. We out. Peace.